Morning, Tubbers. How are we? I'm out for a company out of workshop today. I've driven for them before. I'm in the big Bertha again, 22 ton, and it's, I've said it before and I'll say it again, I'm much sooner to drive this than a smaller, you know, you get a shorter 18 tonners. I'd much sooner drive something like this that's high up and longer. I just feel more secure. I don't know what it is about it, but I enjoy driving this vehicle. This one's MAN. I've driven this one before, I think. Pretty sure if I look through my driver's log, I'll have driven it before. But yeah, I'll just tell you about that driver's log. I don't know if it's not the law to keep one of these. You know, I always imagine to myself that those would be quite chuffed if you bought this book out. But every single vehicle I've ever driven, no matter what class, I've put in here. It's absolutely full of drives, day by day, and I can look back. Let's see, when's the last time I drove for this company? It was on the 22nd of December, and it was not in. Yes, it was in this particular vehicle. It was in this vehicle. So yeah, I thought I'd driven it before. Yeah, so I love driving this vehicle. It's just because it's heavier and bigger. It moves a little more graceful. It's a bit like driving a Rolls Royce, I guess. That's the only way I can perhaps try and describe it. So yeah, so I went to do a day's work yesterday out of Alfreton, and I was to be there for 7 o'clock, and I always get there early, 15 minutes early. So I got there 7:15, and I said, "Hi, I'm Paul. I'm the replacement for such and such a driver that I'd been given his name." And he looked at me. He went, "I know nothing about this." I thought, seriously? I've just driven all the way to Alfreton, which from where I live is quite a way, I can tell you. I said, yeah, and I gave him his name again, and I told him the person that had booked it, etc. He said, "Let me contact my boss." So he texted his boss, and we stood waiting for a reply. Next minute, a reply. He knew nothing about it, or he cancelled it or something late at night. So, and he said, "I'm so sorry, but you're just not required," which was a bit of a bummer. But I don't mind if I get paid. So anyway, I call my agency straight up. I woke them up. I said, "Yeah, I'm at this job, such and such, and they don't need me. Apparently, there's been a mix-up." Right. I said, "You know, as long as I get paid, I'm not bothered. Oh, we'll see what we can do." And then when I rung back a bit later, he said, "Well, it's a bit up in the air at the minute," but which kind of annoys me because it's not coming out of my pocket. That's for damn sure. I'm nobody's fool. I expect to be paid 8 hours. I know for the other agency, I've been to certain jobs. In fact, it happens more often than you'd think. I've turned up for the job, and you've not been required, or they cancelled last minute, too late for you, you're already there. So, and you get paid 8 hours, which I don't mind that so much. But yeah, so I've got to chase that one up with them. Yeah. I've got a question for those that drive already, and that is the fact that we've been so quiet in January on class 2
has really kicked me up the backside with looking at getting Class 1. So I had a look at a few sites. I didn't want to go back with the instructor I used for my Class 2 because although his vehicle was nice Scania Arctic, it was it's a manual gearbox, and I know that most of the fleets of Arctics are automatics nowadays. Not like you do come across a lot of 18 tonners that have got manual gearboxes. I will warn those of you out there that don't drive yet that you will come across them. There's still plenty out there, but not so much in Class 1, I don't think. I mean, I don't know, I've not been a Class 1 driver, so. But yeah, anyway, I thought, well, January's dead, it might be a good time to just have a look into how quickly I could obtain my Class 1. And I rung a few people, and there's one particular company, I'm not going to mention the name just yet, they've got an opening for me rather soon, but it's not in an articulated lorry. Well, it is articulated, but it's not a fifth wheel, it's a drawbar. So you'd be driving something similar to this with a trailer on the back. And I always said to myself that I didn't want to take my test in that kind of vehicle because I didn't feel it was it didn't represent what was out there in the real world. Because if you have a look around here, in this particular yard, there's no drawbars here. These are all trailer and fifth wheel jobbies. So I did say to this particular guy at this driving school, I said, I let him know I said, you know, I'm not so sure about the drawbar. He said, but yeah, we get that quite a lot. He said, come in, do a driver's assessment, see how you get on. He says, in all the years I've been teaching people on a drawbar set, I've never had anybody email me, phone me, text me to say, I'm struggling here because I can't do the job. And I said, well, if I did pass my tests in a drawbar, would there be facility for you to show me how to hook up a fifth wheel? He said, yeah, absolutely. So I feel a bit better about that. So I'm going along this Friday to do, I mean, I don't have to do it, but I'm doing a driver assessment. I mean, I think it's a given that you can drive a lorry because you've already got your Class 2 licence. If you know, whereas when you go with your go to do Class 2, it's pretty much compulsory to do a driver's assessment, because then you can see if you like it, and they can see what kind of standard you are. You know, I mean, if you can hardly get the thing out of the yard, you're going to need more than 5 days intensive training, that's for damn sure. So yeah, so I don't need this particular assessment drive, but it's only £40, and it'll just put me at ease. Perhaps I'll be able to ask a few questions and put a few things to bed. So yeah, that's this Friday I'm going for that. I'll let you know how I get on there. So yeah, I just wanted your opinion on the matter. Articulated or drawbar, which way would you go? Because I know that the drawbar system, the actual rig itself, is, I think he said it was about 16 foot longer than a standard Arctic setup, something like that. You may not have said 16 foot, but it's certainly longer. So I don't know how I feel about it. I always said that I didn't want to do drawbar, and here I am. And the only reason that I'm looking at the drawbar is because the date to me is very, very attractive. So I'd be, if I like it, I shall book it. I'll be in there like a rat up a drain pipe. So yeah, that's what's happening in this particular driver's near future. So there we have it. So I've done a couple of drops today. Where have I been today? I have been to just south of Birmingham. Let me just tell you exactly where I've been. Redditch, that was it. I two drops in Redditch, a drop local to this one, and now I'm here at this big online supermarket place. And very, very slick, straight up to the gate, straight in, pull straight onto a bay, bring us your paperwork, the keys, wait for your green light. So I'm sat on a red light at the minute, and I can feel them, they're on the back, unloading me. So yeah, then I've got, they're taking everything else that I've got left on the back of the wagon. Then I've got to go and I've got one collection to make. It's I've been there before. It's a meat collection, and they'll fill the wagon up. Then I'll be back to base. So I'm looking at the time now, which is just 12:10. I'm hoping to be done no later than, I don't know, 5 o'clock tonight. By the time I've gone back and washed the wagon, etc, etc. But it's, I love driving for this firm. I've said it before, and I'll probably repeat myself again, but I love driving for this particular company. Let me just show you why. I can't get my blinking camera because the wagons are always nicely presented. They're always clean. There's no this is my bag of dusters, look. Because although I'm an agency driver, I like to, at the very least, hand the truck back in the same condition that I got it in. So I've got a cleaning kit, I've got a dustpan and brush and stuff like that. But yeah, it's always clean. There's no crap on the floor. Nice and modern. The vehicle was clean outside and it's clean inside. Somebody recently painted the wheels, the mirrors were clean, the glass was clean, and when they take it back after every shift, they wash the back out with a jet wash, quick spray out and sanitize. So I do that. I've seen them do that, and I keep that standard. The truck was full of diesel. The refrigerator tank, which it contains red diesel, that was full. The AdBlue was full. Oil level was where it was supposed to be. The antifreeze was where it was supposed to be. It's exactly. I mean, the company that I'm driving for, they're phenomenal. They really are. They're very organised. They're a pleasure to drive for. I mean, when I get back to the office, a couple of the lads are a bit. They're not very hospitable. The morning lad, he's a lovely lad. He's a good laugh. But yeah, when I get back and the keys back, the staff that take over are not so friendly, but they're polite enough, you know. But I really do enjoy driving for this particular company. As soon as they tell me, oh yeah, I've got such and such, yeah, I'll do that. I don't even think about it. I did get asked by my agency if I wanted to do a temp to perm position out of Ilkeston, and it was recycling. So you were doing like the roll on roll off skip type things, yeah, the compactors and stuff like that, and also regular skips. I don't think I want to do that kind of work. It just doesn't appeal to me. And although desperate for work, you know, I seriously considered saying, yeah, hell yeah, put me in for it, and then just doing the 12-week probation. But I don't want to mess people about, you know. I can't go into an interview and sell myself if my heart's not in it. I can't lie. I'm just. It's not in me. I have to say it how it is. And yeah, so I can't go into this interview and say, yeah, you know, you want to take me on because I've always wanted to drive skip lorries. No, I haven't. I always imagine that people that drive them are a bit rough and ready. Only because I had a bad experience with a driver. But ooh, green light, yay! So yeah. Yeah, so let me know your opinion on that drawbar thing. Should I just go for it and have it done with? Because I'm a bit confused.com. Green light. But yeah, it's the 3-axle 22 ton. I'm not going to show you the logo.